Shalom, Barakatha Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai, Barakatha Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai, Barakatha Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai, Barakatha Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Recha Kodash. Double honor is sent out to the venerable apostles of the Great Millstone GMS alongside the Zaquanium and elders and elder bishops who rule well through the Spirit. Alright. Leading the flock by example. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the elect. Yahweh Ratazar, Lord willing, this lesson is edifying, quick and straight to the point. So I've got two articles here which I screenshotted them. Okay, and I'll put the links to both of those in the description area when you click on the title of this lesson. Alright, and the recent articles, okay. And, you know, everything is moving along the tune of prophecy. Okay. And the first one is from a biometricupdate.com. And this was put up on the 30th of June, 2025. Alright, so things are, you know, moving quick. And it says Switzerland prepares to introduce biometric ID cards. All right. Switzerland is planning to introduce a new CHIP-enabled biometric identity card by the end of 2026. Ideally, before that. All right. It's put out there, you know, guidelines. Okay. It says the country has introduced the new document to align with European Union regulation, which mandates that all member states issue biometric ID cards from 2021. All right. Biometric going into body measurement. Okay. See, you know, everything goes down the road of being Charagmad, right, which is the RFID micro CHIP implant being subdermally placed under the skin, all right? You see? So they want to have all your information, your details, everything about you, okay? Blood type, everything, all right? Financial information, all at, you know, their hand, like that, okay? So they're all in, you know, cahoots with one another, man. This is the race, you see. And of course, you've got all these different, you know, CHIP companies, yeah, Neuralink and all that. Okay, we're not ignorant to Satan's devices whatsoever. It says, although Switzerland is not an EU member, the country is required to introduce a CHIP-enabled ID card no later than 1 year after the revised agreement on the free movement of persons comes into force. Okay, yeah, biometric cards. Yeah. So everything, you know, they want everyone on the grid, everything hooked, everything online. Okay? That's the way they're moving forward with things. Alright? Current biometric passports already contain a CHIP, yeah, but they want that CHIP inside your body, alright? Yeah, you got, yeah, biometric passports, things like that. Okay? When you know, if you've ever been through the airport, you know, going to your destination or coming back from where he's going, you know, heading back home after your flight, you know, you scan your eye in the thing. Some airports have it, maybe most do. You scan your eye and you, in that gate, you place maybe your passport thing down, you know, the thing, the page where it has your photo number and maybe your passport number and things like that. Place that down and maybe you look into the front, you see the camera, you look straight into it and it scans you. You see? So, you know, this AI technology and all that, robotics, everything, that's at the forefront. So it says the Swiss Federal Police announced on Monday that work on the new ID card is already underway. Yeah, the CHIP containing biometric data will protect against misuse, such as counterfeiting, yeah, while the biometric data can only be read when the ID card is physically presented. Okay. You see? Now, of course, if they have a CHIP under your skin, which of course warn our people, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, the true biblical Hebrew Israelites and Israelite foreign and speckled bird, we warn you not to take that, okay? Because you can't repent if you take that CHIP, all right? Now, if you have it under your, you can't. So no one can really counterfeit you if you got that CHIP in your body, in it, because you know it's connected to you, okay? So, you know, they're gonna push that counterfeit stuff like that, but you know the way out, we know that they have a evil agenda behind all this. You see. So it says only countries with data protection regimes equivalent to Switzerland will be able to access the fingerprint data stored inside the CHIP. Swiss residents will still be able to use their old non-biometric cards for travel across the EU until they expire or up to 10 years, Blue News reports. The country is also expecting a referendum on the introduction of electronic identities in September this year. Yeah, so we'll see. Okay. So that's going to be, you know, for traveling, you're going to have the CHIP soon. All right. Okay, we know the scriptures. All right. Now, this is from watcher.guru news /news. It says NVIDIA to launch new AI CHIP specifically for China, all right? And they think they got next, man. According to a Financial Times report, NVIDIA is planning to launch a new AI CHIP specifically for China. The company's chief executive, Jensen Huang, is reportedly planning a visit to the country to reassert NVIDIA's commitment to China. According to the Financial Times, the CHIP is a version of NVIDIA's existing Blackwell RTX Pro 6000 processor, modified to meet US President Donald Trump's tightened export control rules. Okay, watch a guru on Twitter or X. Got some good information on X, you know. Sources tell the Financial Times that Huang will meet with select Chinese leaders around the same time he attends the International Supply Chain Expo in Beijing. NVIDIA's chief is seeking talks with China's Premier Li Qiang and Vice Premier He Lifeng. The Financial Times also reports that NVIDIA's China product will be stripped of the most advanced technologies such as high bandwidth memory and NVLink, which improve interconnections for faster data transfers, yeah? So I just wanted to, you know, bring that to your attention. Okay. Yeah, so a lot of things happening. All right, launched new AI CHIP. You see that? So the MOTB is definitely the RFID micro CHIP, man. Okay. All right. You know, they'll modify the technology too. Okay. Book of Sirach, chapter 5, verse 15 in the Common English Bible version, and it reads, "Don't be ignorant in matters large or small." That's right. And like I always say, man, small matters become large matters when left untreated, man. You see, bit by bit, they're working to their goal. All right, we know the elites of E, the nobility of E, you know, the usual suspects, the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, the DuPonts, the Gettys, the family of the Oppenheimers. All right, you know, we know that they want to have their new world order agenda. That's what they want. Okay, now the Lord's going to put a stop to that ultimately. Okay, but they want everyone CHIP'd. You see, so bit by bit, we see that, you know, steps are being made towards, you know, MOTB being mandated globally. Because see what's going on with Persia and the JJs and all that. Okay, you got Russia and Ukraine, China and Taiwan. World War III, we're pretty much in the midst of it. So that means the CHIP is even closer. Okay, that's why it's good to watch this space, you know, go on these websites and see what's going on. All right. Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 3 in the Amplified version, and it reads, "For the vision, which are these prophecies, is yet for an appointed time." Yeah, future time, we're in the future time now. "It hurries towards the goal of fulfillment, it will not fail." Yeah, and this prophecy is being fulfilled right now. "Even though it delays, wait patiently for it, because it will certainly come, it will not delay." Yeah, and it will come. It must do, because we know the words of Yahweh Hashem Yahshai, faithful and true, man. Okay, so it's certainly happening. You know, you still have other Israelite groups that are, you know, took the bag, or just spiritually blind. They're still teaching their congregation that the MOTB is something spiritual, or it's sleeping with women, or it's an embargo, or Christianity. And they're gonna have a lot of explaining to do when they make this mandatory, man. When they set up these CHIPing stations, you see. All right, they're gonna scramble. All right. Okay, because, you know, and we believe the elect is amongst other groups too, and, you know, they'll be sifted out from among them, you know. All right, in due time, you know, by Yahweh Hashem Yahshai. So yeah, Revelation chapter 13, verse 16 to 17 in the New International Version, and it reads, "It also forced all people, great and small, rich or poor, free and slave, to receive a mark on their right hands or on their foreheads," yeah, the charagma, "so that they could not buy or sell unless they had the charagma, which is the name of the beast or the number of its name." Can't buy and sell unless you go ahead and get that, man. Okay, can't pay rent, bills, whatever. Okay, put petrol in your car, things of that nature, buy food, buy drinks, whatever. Can't do that unless you take it. I mean, that time is fast approaching, man. Okay, smart cities being erected. Okay, yeah. So, you know, we're just sounding the trumpet, man, blowing the alarm in the Lord's holy mountain, man. Okay, standing upon our watch. Okay, and warning the flock of these things to come, because it's gonna happen. Okay, so I'm gonna say shalom.